Dayamaya Prabhu,
Hare Krishna,
Dayamaya
Prabhu.
Prabhu, class started, not at started, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna,
Class is
devotees.
not yet started, Prabhu. Just we are setting up the video.
Now it is Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, I'm audible, clear?
Yes,
Yes,
you're audible,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
His voice is not audible.
Hare Krishna, devotees. Welcome to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya on a Saturday morning. We just have the privilege of having the association of His Grace Chaitanya Prasad Prabhu. Today we'll be just continuing with Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 18th chapter. Today will be verse number 22. Prabhu, over to you.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. We are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, 18th chapter, Shloka number 22. I am showing the Shloka on the screen. So kindly read along with me. Sorry, 22. Matpraptaye jesha surasuraadayas tapyanta ugram tapa aindriye dhiya ऋते भवत्पादपरायणं नमां विन्दन्त्यहं त्वद्हृदया यतोजिता मत्प्राप्तये जेषसुरासुरादयस्तप्यन्त उग्रं तप ऐन्द्रिये धिया ऋते भवत्पादपरायणान् नमां विन्दन्त्यहं त्वद्हृदया यतोजिता मत्प्राप्तये जेषसुरासुरादयस्तप्यन्त उग्रं तप ऐन्द्रिये धिया ऋते भवत्पादपरायणान् नमां विन्दन्त्यहं त्वद्हृदया यतोजिता. Any one devotee would like to repeat, recite?
Just 1 minute. I'm just trying to unmute. I had muted everybody, so just give me a minute. Yeah, I have unmuted. Any devotee wants to recite the verse? Okay, first let me try this. Matprap ki jesha suradayas tapyanta ugram tapa aindriyediyah rite bhavatpada parayanam namam vindantyaham tvadritaya yato jita. Hare Krishna. Anybody else wants to recite the verse?
Okay. We'll go to the word-to-word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Mat praptaye, to obtain my mercy. Aja, Lord Brahma. Isha, Lord Shiva. Sura, the other demigods, headed by King Indra, Chandra and Varuna. Asura Adayah, as well as the demons. Tapyante, undergo. Ugram, severe. Tapa, austerity. Aindriyedhya, whose minds are absorbed in thoughts of superior sense gratification. Rite, unless. Bhavat pada parayanat, one who is wholly and solely engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord's lotus feet. Na, not. Mam, me, me. Vindanti, obtain. Aham, I. Tvat, in you. Hridaya, whose hearts. Yata, therefore. Ajita, O unconquerable one. Translation. O Supreme Unconquerable Lord, when they become absorbed in thoughts of material enjoyment, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, as well as other demigods and demons, undergo severe penances and austerities to receive my benedictions, but I do not favor anyone, however great he may be, unless he is always engaged in the service of your lotus feet. Because I always keep you within my heart, I cannot favor anyone but a devotee. Purport. In this verse, the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, states that she does not bestow her favor on any materialistic person. Although sometimes a materialist becomes very opulent in the eyes of another materialist, such opulence is bestowed upon him by the goddess Durga Devi, a material expansion of goddess of fortune, not by Lakshmi Devi herself. Those who desire material wealth worship Durga Devi with the following mantra: Dhanam Dehi, Rupam Dehi, Rupavati Bharyam Dehi. O worshipable Mother Durga Devi, please give me wealth, strength, fame, a good wife, and so on. By pleasing Goddess Durga, one can obtain such benefits, but since they are temporary, they result only in Maya Sukha, illusory happiness. As stated by Prahlad Maharaj, Maya Sukhaya Bharam Udvahato Vimudhan. Those who work very hard for material benefits are Vimudhas, foolish rascals, because such happiness will not endure. On the other hand, devotees like Prahlada and Dhruva Maharaj achieved extraordinary material opulences, but such opulences were not Maya Sukha. When a devotee acquires unparalleled opulences, they are the direct gifts of Goddess of Fortune who resides in the heart of Narayana. The material opulences a person obtains by offering prayers to the goddess Durga are temporary. As described in Bhagavad Gita 7:23, Antavattu phalam tesham tadbhavatyalpamedhasam. Men of meager intelligence desire temporary happiness. We have actually seen that one of the disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur wanted to enjoy the property of his spiritual master, and the spiritual master, being merciful toward him, gave him the temporary property, but not the power to preach the cult of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu all over the world. That special mercy of the power to preach is given to a devotee who does not want anything material from his spiritual master, but wants only to serve him. The story of the demon Ravana illustrates this point. Although Ravana tried to abduct the goddess of fortune Sita Devi from the custody of Lord Ramachandra, he could not possibly do so. The Sita Devi he forcibly took with him was not the original Sita Devi, but an expansion of Maya or Durga Devi. As a result, instead of winning the favor of the real goddess of fortune, Ravana and his family were vanquished by the power of Durga Devi. Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sa Agrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yatkripa tamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam. Hare Krishna. I'm very thankful to His Grace Sankarsana Priya Prabhu for giving me an opportunity to observe in Srimad Bhagavatam in the association of devotees like all of you who are so sincerely, daily appreciating, reading, glorifying Bhagavatam and following it in all of your lifestyle. I'm very, very thankful to him. I am just relying on the words of Srila Prabhupada and the Acharyas in trying to discuss this shloka with all of you. I do this for my purification and the glorification of all the supreme devotees and the Lord. So all of you have been hearing this 5th canto, 18th chapter. This whole chapters from 16th onwards up till the end of this 5th canto is the description of the broader existence in this universe, which is cosmology, Bhagavata cosmology. So Srimad Bhagavatam, as we all know, it discusses varieties of topics. Nonetheless, the goal is singular. The goal is ashraya, shelter of the Lord. These topics which are described in Bhagavatam are also described in other Puranas. The speciality of description in Srimad Bhagavatam is that all the discussions on very variegated topics all lead one to take shelter of the Supreme Lord. And the evidence is here. How? Because here the description is of cosmology. How the planets are situated, where they are situated, what are the distances, how the movements are, how the rivers are flowing, what all type of inhabitants stay in which all locus, all that is a description. But here comes a very interesting section, which is the speciality of Bhagavad, that everywhere in the existence, there are great devotees and they glorify, worship Supreme Lord. Their Ishtadeva. The Supreme Lord, ultimately, the original personality of Godhead Krishna, he appears in many variegated forms according to the desires of the devotee. And that form, which is very dear to that particular specific devotee, is glorified in this section. So, in the place called Ketumala Varsha of Jambudvipa, different Varshas, there the personality is Kamadeva or Pradyumna, or another name used is Rishikesha. And there the devotee Lakshmi Devi, she is present and she is worshipping, glorifying this Supreme Personality of Godhead. She is eternally present in the Vaikuntha Dhama, and she is also present here. And these great personalities can be present at multiple places because of the desire and empowerment of Lord. So this section, 18th chapter, 15th up to 23rd verses describe the prayers, the glorification by Lakshmi Devi unto Kamadev or Pradyumna. So in preparing for this discussion, I was going through all these verses and I was so very enlightened by the descriptions here actually. So in the shloka number 15, we will just do a very quick recap because all of you have been doing it practically every day and it is more visibly present in your memory. I am doing it for myself. So here you can see, we can all see this, that Ketumale api Bhagavan Kamadveva Swarupina. So at Ketumala, Bhagavan is in the Swarupa of Kamadeva. And what's happening there? Lakshmiya Priyachikirshaya. Lakshmi, who is very dear to Kamadeva, along with Lakshmi, Prajapate, there is Prajapati, Samvatsara, his name is, And that Prajapati with his Duhitrus and Putras, the daughters and sons. So all of them, the chief of them is Lakshmi. They are glorifying Kamadeva or Pradyumna. So this Kamadeva originally is Pradyumna, and that Pradyumna from the supreme world expands, is one of the amshas is the Kamadeva, the Cupid of this world. But here Kamadeva described is this is Pradyumna himself. So that we should know. Then in text 16, it is described that that supreme Lord Pradyumna, Kamadeva, he pleases Lakshmi. One of the names of Lakshmi is Rama. Rama literally means, can anyone say what does Rama mean? Rama. Rame, Rama. This Rama, even these words are all connected actually.
It's
Hare
a
Krishna
pleasure.
Prabhu, one who gives pleasure.
Yeah, one who gives pleasure. Rama is also that meaning, is it not? So Rama, Ramate, Ramayan, Rame means one who is pleasing, enjoyment. So the one who is, in one sense already happy and enjoy in happiness, to her he gives pleasure. Ramam Ramayan. He pleases Rama Lakshmi Devi. This is, we can understand now what is the amount of pleasure or happiness in that one who pleases Lakshmi Devi. And that's why one name is Rama. Ramante Yog, this is very famously quoted by Prabhupada. Ramante Yogino Anante Satyanande Chidatmani Iti Ramapadena Shau Param Brahma Abhidhiyate. Prabhupada quotes this. He pleases the great yogis. Ramante yoginoho anante. The yogis, they derive great happiness, ananta, unlimited happiness, in whom Satya Ananda Chit Atmani. He is full of Satya, Ananda, and knowledge, Chit. And what is his name? Iti Rama Padenasho. He is glorified. He is named as Rama, the abode of pleasure. So that is Supreme Lord. One of the names of Lord is Rama. And the glorious personality appeared as Ramachandra. And there Rama is in great happiness serving Pradyumna Kamadeva, her beloved Lord. And Indriyani Ramayate. And this Lord is enjoying great happiness with his devotees in full spiritual activities. Indriyani Ramayate. And that Lord, how is he? That is described by Shukadev Goswami further. This form of the Lord is Maya Mayam. Tad Bhagavato Maya Mayam Rupam. Now, all of you have learned this. So, what is Maya Mayam here mean? Any of you recollect? Does it mean Maya Maya means it's illusory? Maya Maya means this world is Maya Maya, we say, right? This world is full of Maya, illusion. We say that. So Lord's form is called as Maya Mayam Rupam. What does this mean? Any of you want to attempt? So is Shukadev Goswami telling that this form of Lord is illusion? That doesn't go well with Bhagavata's philosophy, right? So why this word is used? What is the meaning of this
Hare
word?
Krishna Prabhu, I'll
Yes.
just try Prabhu. In this material world, Mahamaya is covering the Lord so that we are not able to see him with our mundane eyes.
So Mahamaya is not covering Lord. She's covering our vision towards
Our
Lord,
vision.
right? So then why, while describing Bhagavata Rupam, it's told Maya Mayam? Because he is not covered by Maya, right? So we can see the word-to-word meaning also. We get a hint, fair enough hint. Yes? Maya Mayam. The word Maya has many meanings. One meaning is illusion. Another meaning is mercy or affection. So that's why you see the word-to-word meaning, how Maya Mayam is translated.
So for the sake of the devotees, it is created.
Yes. So this form is full of affection for devotees. That's how Prabhupada gives word-to-word meaning here, you see. So Maya here means affection. Maya means kripa also. We'll see in Bhagavatam, this word Maya is used at various places in many, many contexts. So Maya, like Sanskrit words, has no one meaning only. It has many meanings. So it will be foolish to interpret this as my Lord's form as illusory. So we have to take help of acharyas here to understand it. And that form of Lord is glorified, cha udaharati, by Rama Devi. In Parama Samadhi, in great absorption of Lord's glories, she is glorifying udaharati. She is praising that form of Lord. And so what did we see? Let's quickly list it. I just thought to list. So first we saw how Lord himself, he is so much full of happiness that he can please Rama, who is in great happiness. Then in 17th verse, we are seeing what she is doing. She is worshipping Kamadeva or Pradyumna. Here Kamadeva means Pradyumna. Please do not take it to mean the demigod Kamadeva. Now in 18th shloka onwards, she offers her prayers. Lakshmi offers her prayers to Pradyumna. Very interestingly, she uses the word for her beloved Lord, Hrishikesha. Om Hram Hrim Rum Om Namo Bhagavate Hrishikeshaya. And then there are many adjectives of that great personality that's described. And later, she also says that actually, oh Lord, many people worship you desiring good husbands. But whomever they get as good husbands, they are dependent on him. They are not independent. Loke patim ashasate anyam ki aradhya. Many people worship aradhana for desiring some loke pati, some patis of this world. It's famously told that if you want good husband, you worship Shiva, you worship Kamadeva, you worship Uma. There are many, it's told like that. So many desiring good husbands, they worship you, but they don't understand that the husbands of this world, they are aswatantra. They are not independent. Only you are independent. In fact, the special quality of you, actually, you are the only true husband. You are the real husband. Husband is someone who, okay, let's ask this. Of course, we understand there are many duties of husband. What do you think is the prime duty of husband?
Hare Krishna, is to give protection.
Protection. Very right, very correct. He should give protection. In this world which is full of dangers and fears, he should give fearlessness. So only Supreme Lord is the one who can grant fearlessness. Akuto bhaya. He himself is fearless and he can award that fearlessness. That's why the true Lord or husband, Savai Pati, you are the only true Pati, because you yourself are fully fearless and you are awarding that fearlessness. That's what is described in many Upanishads also. How everything in this world fears you, but you are feared even by the fear personified. Bhayam bibheti, like that it is described. So after telling about that real husband is you only, O Lord, in the shloka which was discussed yesterday, she tells that, but people, they come to you desiring some material benefit. You can fully satisfy a jiva. There is no need for the jivas to come and tell their material needs in front of you. It's only sufficient for them to offer their pure service to you. You will, understanding their needs, you will fully take care of them. Nikamayet sa khila kamalampata. So those people who worship your pada, which is like a lotus in the lake, saroru harhanam, and they get whatever they desire. Rasip sitam ipsitoho architaha. But whatever material they get as a benediction from you, because they prayed like that, that dissatisfies them. Yad bhagnayachna. That dissatisfies them, because the nature of this world, anything material, is temporary. And in that sense, it is dissatisfying to the eternal soul. Due to this, O Lord, they are pratapyate. They are always in distress, in tapa. So it is foolish to pray for material benefits, O Lord, when you are the abode of everything, the ultimate benefit being service towards you. Then people who don't know this properly, who are affected by kama, lust in their hearts. In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says this, kama is tair hrita jnana. They often go to many other devatas for their fulfillment. But some people who are little intelligent, they come to you. That's really appreciated, wonderful. But because they are fully not developed in their spiritual consciousness, they come and pray to you for material benefits. So such people, they are and actually dissatisfied. So what is necessary is told in the verse today. So the verse today, 22nd verse, so I just highlighted the one-line summary of this. So the 22nd verse, which is a very interesting verse, Lakshmi says that many people worship me. She is telling, desiring some prosperity. But I don't give them prosperity. Actually, it is my shadow. It is my expansion. Durga Devi, she gives material opulence, which is based on their own karma. So that is what is described by Srila Prabhupada in the purport. So in today's description, or whatever time we have little, we will try to learn this theme, that Lakshmi doesn't favor a non-devotee. In the sense that what we are trying to see is, in this world, people some are poor, some are rich, some are having a lot of material facilities, some are born with practically no facilities. So what determines someone having material opulence, or opulence in general, let's not call material spiritual at this moment, and how the opulences are seen by a devotee. In one sense, what we are trying to see here is, opulences are riches in the life of a non-devotee, which is called material opulence. And opulence are riches in the life of a devotee. We all know that in the life of devotee, be it happiness or distress, is given by whom? Who gives them happiness or distress? How do they get happiness or distress? Usually, anyone in this world gets happiness or distress according to their karma. So, is there something different in the life of devotee? Or are they also getting according to their karma? Would someone like to share
Hare
your
Krishna
understanding?
Prabhu, devotees' senses are controlled by Rishikesha. So they get from the Rishikesha.
Okay, they get it from Rishikesh, means the Supreme Lord. Yes, this is confirmed in Bhagavata multiple places, that in the life of devotee, be it happiness or misery, it is given by Supreme Lord only. It is not to be said that it is according to the karma of that devotee which he did before taking to devotional service or which he is doing even today. No, it is not so. Whatever activities the devotee had done before coming in touch with devotional service, or whatever activities he is doing even till current moment, is all now under the control of Supreme Lord Krishna. He can give it or not give it according to his desire. So that is why it is always told that in the life of devotee, be it happiness or distress, this is under the desire of Lord. It is given by Lord. Seeing what helps that devotee advance in bhakti. So now what we are seeing here is a difference between an opulence given by Durga, which Prabhupada called as material opulence, and opulence given by Lakshmi ji, which is spiritual opulence. So we will try to little discuss on this matter. So when we say material opulence, what are the qualities or aspects come to our mind, which come to our mind? You have seen that in purport of today's verse also. So what is material opulence characterized by?
Asasvatam, Prabhu.
Say again, Prabhu. Sorry.
It is temporary or asasvatam?
Ashashvatam. Very good. It is temporary. Anything more? A person who has material opulence, how does he behave? What does his life look like?
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
First is he becomes arrogant.
Arrogant. Very good. He becomes proud, arrogant. What does he
Mada,
do?
he gets that mada.
Mada. Very right. Yes. Anything more?
He thinks he is the doer.
Okay. He thinks he is the doer. Very nice. That's the defining line for a materialist. Yes. Anything more?
Prabhu, he thinks he's the enjoyer and proprietor.
Yes. So he whatever he has got, he enjoys it for himself. Yes. He thinks he owns it and he wants to enjoy. Yes. Anything more? What will be the effect of riches in the life of a non-devotee? What will he use it for? What will he do with that?
He will use it for his own sense gratification.
Okay.
It doesn't benefit to get, the spiritual benefits, Prabhu, because
He
Okay.
will do unnecessary, unwanted things, and he will become
Very good.
Manigriva and
Ah.
Nalakuvera.
Very good. I was looking for this example. This example is so starking, is it not? Material opulence, how it led. So there was something very significant. So please try to think a little deeper here. So what did such people like Nalakuvara Manigriv do towards saints?
they offend people. They offend the Vaishnavas.
They offend, they disrespect. In fact, saints also, sadhus, devotees, they don't like to go to such people. Any example?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself,
Very right.
he didn't want to go to the king, Pratapruddha Singh, he's a materialist.
Yeah.
Though he was a devotee, he wanted to bring it out very Krishna.
Yes, he's setting an example actually. So true. Material, thank you. Actually, wonderful. You recollected, in fact, more than what I could think of. So basically, material opulence is temporary. It's according to one's karma. Whatever actions he had done earlier, it is just a result of that. He might have done some piety. It is just a result of that. And it stays till that credit is there, karmic credit. After that, it is gone. He will have to work hard again. He will have to accrue karma again. And interestingly, as some of you pointed out, it leads to false pride, arrogance. And in fact, we will see some extracts from Bhagavatam itself now, which shows this, that they become exploitative, they become violent on underprivileged, poor. They look down on others. And very interestingly, they are bereft of association of saints. devotees, because devotees don't want to meet such arrogant, puffed up people, is it not? They don't want to. So, and also, as some of you told, that it leads to aparadhas, like Nalakuvara Manigriva. Any other example comes to your mind? Any of you? How someone who was very
Hiranyaksha Prabhu.
Hiranyaksha, what he did to whom?
Prabhu,
What he did?
he has taken the Mother Earth and then he took it to the Patala, Prabhu.
Yes. He took to Pata. In fact, the earth itself had fallen. Very interestingly, you can see his conversation with Varuna. Before meeting Varahadev, he boasts himself in front of Varuna very cynically, and he offends him, though he is seeming to praise. And later, when Lord himself comes, how does he speak? You beast of jungle, Vanamriga, like that kind of wording. So you can see how he has treated a devotee, how he treats Lord also. So aparadhas as.
Jagai Madhai, Prabhu, Jagai Madhai.
Jagai Madhai. In fact, though you cannot say exactly opulence, but nonetheless good birth. This Daksha also. You can see Daksha, how he treated Shiva. Is it not? So due to all this, the ultimate result is he entangles further in samsara. Is it not? And one of you told the example, Prabhupada told in the purport one very interesting example of Ravana. How he becomes very puffed up. He even tries to steal Sita Devi. Nalakuvara Manigriva. So what we will do now, in a little time which we have, is we will read through very interesting words told by Narada when he sees Nalakuvara and Manigriva in that intoxicated state of material consciousness because of riches. See, the riches in itself is not bad. But what it often leads to is, one of you pointed out that word, mother. That famous verse of Kunti. Any of you recollect?
Janmaishwarya Sutta Shri Biredamada Madappuman
Mother.
Naivaratadibatum Mai Twama Kinchara Gochanam.
Gocharam. Perfect, Prabhu. That word mother is there. In fact, why it is told that, Lord, you are not seen to people having Janma, Aishwarya, Shri and Shruta, because it leads to mother. The fundamental reason there of Lord not visible is mother. And that mother is caused by those four factors. It's not that always Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta and Shri leads to mother. Some exceptional cases are there. We all see that in the lives of devotees. Greatly rich, at the same time, they are greatly Krishna conscious, like Ambarish, Pandavas, like that. So now what we will do directly now, we will go to this particular section. Narada, upon seeing Nalakuvara and Manigriva, he is saying some interesting words actually. So let's go to there. Just give me a moment. No, this is not some. Okay. Yes. So this is, as I pointed out, 10th canto, 10th chapter. Naraguvara Manigriva cursed that part. So text 8 onwards, actually text 7 says, the two sons of demigods, Nalakuvara Manigriva, were naked, intoxicated by opulence, false prestige, and Narada, he thinks of something, and there he gives a curse, which is actually his benediction. So please kindly, some of you read, one of you please volunteer to read text 8. Is it visible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Please read.
You want me
Narada
to-
Muni said. Yeah.
Okay. Narada Muni said, among all the attractions of material enjoyment, the attraction of riches bewilders one's intelligence more than having beautiful bodily features, taking birth in an aristocratic family, and being learned. When one is uneducated but falsely puffed up by wealth, the result is that one engages his wealth in enjoying wine, women, and gambling.
So the result of having wealth, material opulence, often is engaging in these sinful activities. It's often the case, actually. Prabhupada he explains in the purport also like that. Text 9, kindly continue.
Yes, Prabhu. Unable to control their senses, rascals who are falsely proud of their riches or their birth in aristocratic families are so cruel that to maintain their perishable bodies, which they think will never grow old or die, they kill poor animals without mercy. Sometimes they kill animals merely to enjoy an excursion.
So they often inflict violence, misery to others, and that's how they, in fact, derive happiness. They often kill poor animals without mercy.
Hare
Ahead?
Krishna.
Yes.
Then, while living, one may be proud of one's body, thinking oneself a very big man, minister, president, or even demigod. But whatever one may be, after death, this body will turn either into worms, into stool, or into ashes. If one kills the poor animals to satisfy the temporary whims of this body, one does not know that he will suffer in his next birth. For such a sinful miscreant must go to hell and suffer the results of his actions.
Very interesting. What will be the effect of his activities? He will have to go hell and suffer the results. Actually, basically, he will fall into very despicable species. Whatever he desired to enjoy with, that is the body, ultimately is turning into worms, stool, and ashes. In fact, he goes on to further say so starkingly, whom do you think this body belongs to? Who is maintaining this body? Someone is paying you, right? So the body is being ordered for service by that employer. Someone has given birth to this body, father, mother, mother's father. Someone engages you by pay, and they pay you money, and you are a slave to them. And ultimately, you are thinking that this family people, they are the ones who are mine. They are coming out of my body, the result of my body, sons, daughters, like that. And what do they do to your body? At the end, they will have to ultimately cremate it. And at the end, where does the body go to? It goes to fire. Even if one is not in a Sanatan tradition, it goes to some despicable species like dogs or vultures to eat. It becomes ultimately stool or worms like that. So what is happening to the body which you so much care for which you live your life for? Narada is actually very strongly telling actually. So it is the common property of everyone. Do not think it is yours. A rascal who claims this property as his own while maintaining it commits such sinful activities like this, he will surely suffer. Unless one is rascal, means basically uneducated, he will not commit such sinful activities. So anyway, he goes on to speak very strongly about it. At the end, he says, oh, the true solution for all of you who are proud by material opulence. He says in text 13. Mataji, can you read this?
I'll read text 13.
Yeah.
Atheistic fools and rascals who are very much proud of wealth fail to see things as they are. Therefore, returning them to poverty is the proper ointment for their eyes, so they may see things as they are. At least a poverty-stricken man can realize how painful poverty is, and therefore he will not want others to be in a painful condition like his own. Hare Krishna.
See? Thinking like this was the thoughts or contemplation by Narada before cursing them. And then he also gives them a benediction. He tells them, because you are so much attached to bodily consciousness, you be deprived of your wealth, become a tree. Nonetheless, you will get the mercy of seeing the Leela of the Lord, and Lord will deliver you, Damodara. So like this, Narada is telling the dangers of material opulence. Very interesting, this section. You can read the purports of Prabhupada, very nice purports here. Now let's go to the other part, the other side of this comparison. What is that? What is that? Material opulence. And the other side is spiritual opulence. The opulence given by Lakshmi Devi, opulence of a devotee. So now let us quickly again try to think about what are the characteristics of spiritual opulence. How a person who possesses spiritual opulence look or behave or think.
Depends, no, Prabhu. I mean, he'll be humble.
Okay. He will be humble. Very good. Anything more?
Hare Krishna. He doesn't think that the wealth is his.
Very nice.
He always, like Ambarish Maharaj, as you said, Prabhuji, any Maharajas, Yudhishthira Maharaj, they were so rich. They possessed the entire universe, but they never thought that it is theirs. They thought it, no, they always, their mentality was that it is the Lord's, this one, that is the Lord has given to them, and they want to give it back to the Him. That means they didn't have that, even a small, this one, that it belongs to them.
Yes, very nice. Very nice.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Kare Niranu Kerege Chelli, they will give back to him.
They will use it for service of Lord. The Purandarada system. That yes. Any last one more characteristic? Any you would like to recollect? Or maybe some example. Some of you already told Ambarish, Pandavas.
King Bhagavata Prabhu.
Bhagavata. Yeah, he was born in a good dynasty, but he became Bhaga, means he, because of pleasing Shiva. Yes. Any other example come to your mind?
In our own ISKCON community, we can see so many devotees who are very opulent, and like Ambarish Prabhu from the US, he's from such a billionaire family, but he's using all the wealth to fulfill the dream of Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada. Yes, that's how the devotees see the wealth as. They see the wealth as a resource for serving Krishna. Because they have that desire to serve Krishna so much in their existence. Anything they receive by mercy of Lord, by desire of Lord, they use it. So spiritual opulence or riches, basically the riches, which we see in terms of wealth. We don't know whether spiritual or material, but a devotee uses it in a spiritual purpose. That's why it's spiritual opulence. So it is based on desire or mercy of the Lord. It's not based on karma as it was in the other case. So we should never see someone who is rich in the devotional circles as, okay, he had a good karma. No, we should not see that. That will be seeing a devotee in a material viewpoint. That will not be right. And that spiritual opulence of the riches, it is present as long as the Lord desires. If Lord thinks that now I need to give riches to a devotee, Lord will give. Any example? And later he will take away also. Very true. I was looking for this example. Sudama. We will see Sudama's case very specifically because he teaches a lot. And one of you really pointed out that very well. It is basically the devotee is always humble, whether he is rich or poor. And that riches which is given by Lord, it increases the remembrance of Lord. Okay, Lord has given me this. And Dhruva lived like that whole life. Though he was such a samrat of the whole the whole earthly planet for 36,000 years, and later in the pole star, and he used it fully for service of Lord, like Ambarisha. So there are very clear examples of Dhruva. We can read this particular shlokas of how Dhruva opulence was. Lord himself appears in front and he tells, I am giving you this, you should enjoy, what all will happen to you, and yet how you should engage with this. There are many very nice instructions by Lord himself when he's giving material opulence, which is spiritual for the devotee. In case of Prahlada too, very recently Narasimha festival happened. So Narasimha Dev, how does he benedict Prahlad? He tells that you become the king. You take care of all your subjects. Though he did not wanted anything, he in fact told, take away all desires from my heart, material desires from my heart, not all desires, material desires from my heart. So I only desire to be a servant, nothing else. So yet Lord told him, in order to teach people the right conduct and also to serve as a great example and inspiration for pure devotional service, you should accept this position. So Lord Narasimhadeva tells, and he tells that you don't worry, that this fear of a devotee is there. Maybe I will again fall into material consciousness because of this wealth. So Lord assured them, this is a very special assurance. In sadhaka's case like us, we need to be cautious. In the cases we are seeing as example here, Lord himself came and assured them, like Dhruva was assured, Prahalad was assured. And very rightly, as one of you told about Sudama. Sudama, very interesting devotee of Lord. He was living in abject poverty, so much poor. And he did not wanted to go to Lord to pray for removing his poverty. And his wife, very interestingly, we will see this section, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he tells about the thoughts of Lord while giving riches to Sudama. I request one of you to please read this. Kindly read. Why did Lord give, okay, what the background is, why Lord gives riches to some and doesn't give to some when both are pure devotees? That's the point here. Yes,
Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura explains in commentary to Srimad Bhagavatam 10.81.6 and 7. There are two types of renounced devotees, Nishkama Bhaktas. One kind is inimical to sense gratification and the other is indifferent to it. According to the different nature of these Nishkama Bhaktas, there are two kinds of results. The devotee who is extremely averse to worldly enjoyments will not get such enjoyments from Krishna. Jadabharata is an example of this type of renounced devotee. On the other hand, Krishna may give limitless wealth and power to a devotee who is neither repelled nor attracted by material things, such as Prahlad Maharaj.
Very interesting insight. Surely, Lord has a desire to reciprocate with the devotees' surrender. What can he give? He sees. Of course, giving material wealth will not be a true reciprocation for the devotion of devotee. But he has a desire to teach to the world, to benedict the devotee so that other people are inspired for devotional service. So when he is giving also, he says, okay, this devotee is having a nature like this. Some pure devotees, by nature, they don't like sense gratification in the sense that they don't want to be surrounded by sense objects. Example given here is whom? Whose example is given for the first type of pure devotees? Nishkama Bhaktas.
Jadabharat.
You can see how he behaved, how he was living. He did not wanted to have any little temptation also, because he had some experience like that. Now, there are some devotees who are so much absorbed that they are surrounded by sense objects, it doesn't affect them much. Such kind of pure devotees are also there, like Prahalada. There are many like that, Ambarisha, like that. Now, read this point ahead. Interesting. Up to this point, same devotee can continue.
Up to this point in his life, Sudama Brahmana was totally averse to sense gratification. But now, out of compassion for his faithful wife, and also because he hankered to see his dear friend Krishna, he went to beg from the Lord.
Till now, he was aware, see, I don't want, he was speaking like that. And Lord also did not give him. Why Lord kept him poor so far? One may think like that, no? But now he is desiring to have wealth. Why? Because his wife is asked. And why is wife asking? Is she greedy? Read this. Read ahead.
Yeah. Then again, Krishna thought to himself. No, from there. Even the desire of Sudama's wife was motivated by loyalty to her husband, Pati Vratayas alone. Thus, she is also without personal desire at all. Therefore, I will give them riches that even the immortal demigods cannot obtain.
So, who desired wealth fund for what purpose? Apparently, Sudama had a desire. He wanted to go and ask, but it was because his wife was desiring. And his wife was desiring because her husband is in so much, she wants to facilitate his service. She wants for him, his pleasure, for her children's pleasure, like that. So, seeing all this, Krishna thought to give. Now, what we will do is, we will see some of the verses which Sudama meditated on when he got this opulence. Very interesting verses. We will see them. This comes in 10th canto, 81st chapter. Okay. With this, we will possibly quickly end. So Sudama thought, when he saw all that prosperity, he thought. See, please read. I have always, yeah.
I'll read it.
Yeah.
I always been poor. Certainly, the only possible way that such an unfortunate person as myself could become suddenly rich is that Lord Krishna, the supremely opulent chief of the Yadu dynasty, has glanced upon me.
Continue.
Text 34. After all, my friend Krishna, the most exalted of the Dasharas and the enjoyer of unlimited wealth, noticed that that I secretly intended to beg from him. Thus, even though he said nothing about it when I stood before him, he actually bestowed upon me the most abundant riches. In this way, he acted just like a merciful rain cloud.
So this here, I just want to add this insights here from Acharyas. The example given is of a merciful rain cloud. It is told that when the farmers are working hard, doing their duties on the farmland, tilling and removing weeds and making the land fertile and all that, the cloud thinks that, oh, this person has done so hard. Now, how can I benedict him? How can I reciprocate with him? I cannot give him something in front of him because what I give will be so insignificant compared to what he's doing. What I will do when he goes to sleep, that time I will give rains. So like that, Krishna is thinking, how can I say that? He has come to beg. And at the same time, he is not opening his mouth with those words. He's not even wanting to give me that chivda. And how can I give him? I cannot say that, oh, take this, and I cannot give him wealth because he doesn't want. At the same time, I want to do something. I cannot resist. See, he's doing so much. So I will give without his knowledge. I will not tell him. I will give it to him. Because what I will give will be very, very puny in front of what he's giving to me. So Lord thinks he is giving me devotion. What he doesn't have, he is giving me. What can I give? Everything belongs to me. If I give some material wealth, that is anyway mine. How can I give what belongs to me? I have to give something which doesn't belong to me to him. Is there something which Lord doesn't own in this existence? Nothing. So he thinks, I cannot give you anything, oh great pure devotee. Na parayeham. So like this, the Lord feels for that pure devotion of the devotee, and he feels so incapable to reciprocate. Please read this, 35.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I have a question. Who are Dasharas, Prabhu? Dasharas.
Dasharas are one of the sub-dynasties of Yadukula only. Dasharha, Bhojandhaka, Satvata, many are there like that. Around 100 odd are there, 101.
Krishna's book we read often.
Yeah, they are total together called Yadu clan.
Okay, text 35. The Lord considers even his greatest benedictions to be insignificant, while he magnifies even a small service rendered to him by his well-wishing devotee. Thus, with pleasure, the Supreme Soul accepted a single palmful of the flat rice I brought him.
Continue reading.
Text 36. The Lord is the supremely compassionate reservoir of all transcendental qualities. Life after life, may I serve him with love, friendship, and sympathy, and may I cultivate such firm attachment for him by the precious association of his devotees.
So when Sudama saw what opulence Lord has given, what was he thinking? Oh, I should just serve him 24 hours with all the bit of my energy which I have, with love, friendship, and great feeling from heart, sympathy. May I cultivate attachment for him. May I not be attached to this wealth, which is mercy of Lord only. In fact, it's described that he was still sleeping on floor though he has gotten a palace to live. It's described by Acharyas like that. So the point is that determination to serve Lord is increased in the life of a devotee when he gets these opulence. He had what he had, and with that he was serving Lord. Now Lord has given more. Now his desire, like you can see Srila Prabhupada, when he was living in that Damodara temple's rooms in Vrindavan, how he was living. Every bit of paper he was using to write. When he was living in the Los Angeles Manhattan temple, which had many stories, which was the richest temple at that time. The most richest district or district place, there he got the temple, which had many stories. People were envying such opulence of devotees, and how he was using there. Every bit of whatever opulence he got, he was using. His desire to glorify Lord and serve Lord increased. You can see that. So it is only one who lacks spiritual insight, he will think that Supreme Lord will not grant opulences of this world. For such people, Lord will not grant, because he sees, okay, those who are not having this spiritual vision, if I give, it will be a distraction. It can cause pride. But for those who are so pure in their desire to serve, Lord gives. So Sudama, he doesn't feel that he is advanced. He in fact becomes so cautious. What did he do? He fixed his determination by intelligence. He remained absolutely devoted to Krishna, free from envy, because this is what wealth will bring in: envy, violence. Free from avarice. He enjoyed with his wife sense pleasures that had been bestowed on him. And it's told at the end that he was so devoted to the devotees of Lord, saintly Brahmanas, all of them he treated very, very great, with great feeling, like that. So like this, the example of Sudama is seen, such a wonderful example of how having an opulence, yet what is the dedication of the devotee, like that. So in this small learning which we did today, the theme was about how material and spiritual opulences are seen by Lord. Lord is giving opulences, Durga, through Durga or through Lakshmi. When it is received through Durga, it is actually a reciprocation of karma. When it is received through Lakshmi, it is reciprocation of desire to serve Lord. So nonetheless, when a wealth has been received in the life of a devotee, how a devotee should see it. We don't know whether it is material or spiritual from our viewpoint, but how he should see it, that is expressed in the words of Srila Prabhupada and Acharyas from Sudama's life. So anyway, there was one more point, but I think it's already short of time, about Prabhupada telling the power to preach is given by an Acharya, one who has no other material desire, like that. Maybe another time, you will get to hear it from other speakers. Thank you very much for this opportunity to absorb and glorify Supreme Lord in the association of all of you. If there is any correction or comment or question, surely it's an appropriate time. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any comment or question?
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you. Wonderful for your association as well as going so deeper. I think it was a wonderful way of making a very interactive session of trying to see, in fact, a very deeper meaning of why somebody is rich and why somebody is not rich, how we should see as a devotee and as a materialist. You brought that point very nicely out. And you just summarized to say that, what actually for a materialist is more coming through Durga, and which comes through karma, and what actually Lakshmi gives to a devotee is with reference to how it can make us, get more, give more to Krishna, all the opulence that we receive. So it's a very nice point, and you give various examples, and I really like that thing of how Prahlad Maharaj as well as Jada Bharata, how they were viewing all these things, and then you talked about Sudama Vipravaihi, with what mood he went and how between husband and wife they were looking for each other to say how we can get it and serve through that. And then, as you said, though he had all the opulence, he knew how to still serve it for Krishna by serving Vaishnavas and all possible ways. So that's really wonderful. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Lines have remained in unmute mode, so please go ahead to share your reflections as well as questions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandut Pranam. Very nice and interactive. That also makes us think, like what little we know, we try to recollect and discuss. It's a very nice session, Prabhu. Prabhu, the previous session you were supposed to tell us about Hayagriva. You have not told us.
Devi Bhagavata, no?
Yeah.
I asked my mother, she has read Devi Bhagavata. She also told me that there also, but I've not heard it from authoritative sources, Mataji. I don't know. So I'm hesitating to tell it. But point is, what I heard is that there also in Devi Bhagavata also, Hayashirsha, Hayagriva kills the Madhukaitabas. Though there is Devi present, but nonetheless, it is seen that Lord Vishnu is doing it by Shakti of Devi, like that I heard. But as I again say this is not from authoritative sources. I don't know. I've not heard it from any.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prabhu, what about Rishabhadev? Rishabhadev also is like, with all the riches, he just given up and.
So, what?
And like the people which we were discussing, when he knows the importance of the opulence, but he has just given up everything and then he surrenders to the Supreme Lord.
You are telling about that father of Bharata, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, he left at the right time to teach Paramahamsa Actually, Rishabhadeva's purpose, if you see, to teach Paramahamsa Ashrama. This is how in Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 3rd chapter, when there is list of all incarnations, the Rishabhadeva also is described how Paramahamsa lives. So the later part of his life is actually his purpose, the life of Avadhuta. Rishabhadeva is more seen like an Avadhuta actually. And there he lives in such a situation to teach that part actually. And that cannot be imitated because the example he showed was too extreme. So yes, when he was, he told that it is to be taken at a right time, that ashrama, sannyasa in a very extreme sense. And before that, he lived a very religious, very dutiful householder life. That's the part of life, phase of life. Is that helpful?
Thank you so much once again. Dandavad Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Small question. First of all, thank you so much for the wonderful interactive section. It was so depth also. Prabhuji, you said that spiritual opulence is given by Lakshmi Devi. And according to the desire of the devotee, since suppose if the desire, in the sense, if the desire, the devotee doesn't desire for any wealth, he doesn't, Lord sees to that, he will not be, he'll not get that this one. And people who are in between, he'll get this one. But there are so many devotees, they will be so, in a distressed condition. They will be actually, they want the wealth. But also in many lectures, we have heard that even devotees also get this trouble and distress because of the karma. But the difference between the devotee and non-devotee is that the devotee will think, he doesn't, even if he get that whatever distress is there, he thinks that it is Krishna's mercy. In that way he takes. Is it that way we should understand, or how should we understand it?
So as in the very beginning, I did mention this because this is an opinion of Acharyas very, very clearly, that whatever happens in the life of a devotee is under the will of Krishna. Now, the will of Krishna, how it appears, how it manifests in the life of a devotee, what is that desire or plan of Lord? Basically, a devotee, before coming to the path of devotional service, may have done many actions for which he has accrued many reactions. And path of devotional service, when we say devotional service here, please know that this is Uttama Bhakti. We are not talking about Mishra Bhakti. So path of pure devotional service, one of the important characteristics is Kleshagni, that it destroys all the reactions of past. It happens, it begins right from the sadhana stage. It's not that only at a pure stage it happens. No. Kleshagni is a symptom at the sadhana stage. And then bhava and prema later comes. So the point here is the reactions of the past actions of a devotee before coming to devotional service. They are there. Now they are under the control of Lord. Earlier it was under the control of laws of nature. Now when they are under the control of Lord, Lord decides whether I should give him or not. Unless it is something favorable for that devotee, he will not give. So in that sense, it is under the control of Lord. Now, Lord sees that, okay, this devotee, he needs this particular situation of life for his progress. So Lord gives. But nonetheless, from the side of devotee, how he sees that this is because of the past reactions of my past actions. And he doesn't complain to Lord, oh Lord, it's under your control. You can change my life, right? You can make it prosperous. You can. No. The devotee's attitude is that he accepts it as when a distress happens, he sees that it is because of the reaction of my past actions. At the same time, it is approved by Lord. Everything is being approved by Lord, be it a great war or battle, or be it something happening in the life of a devotee. Everything is approved by Lord. In the life of a devotee, it is specially sanctioned by Lord or arranged by Lord. So this vision makes the devotee, even in such acute material impoverishment also, he never blames, complains towards the Lord. That's why that verse is there, no? That Tattenu Kampam, that verse, Hrit Vak Vapur Bhir Vidadhan Namaste. He is offering respects even in such acute distress materially, by body, by words, and even in his heart. See, it's very easy to just show a sign of supplication by external actions, but in the heart we will at least people and in situations like myself, we will always have that feeling of complaint in the heart. But devotees like Sudama, devotees like Prahlada, they didn't had even the slightest bit of complaint. Prahlad, when he was in such great distress, he did not even get to complain to the Lord also. Lord, I'm doing so much. So in the case of sadhakas, the Lord wants to purify them. The Lord wants to increasingly convince them about the path of devotional service, wants them to take shelter of his. That's why Prabhupada says that famous verse when he fell into distress. Yasyaham anugrahanami harishye tadhanam shanai. So one of the very famous ways by which Lord makes a devotee surrender to him is to put the devotee in a material distress. But that's not the only way. I again say that in the commentary to that verse, Yasyaham anugrahanami, you can see that the Lord does this, but it's not that Lord does it for everyone. The Lord sees the devotee's inclinations, attitudes, and then he does it for the further development of bhakti. So when a devotee's life has so many troubles, difficulties, the devotee himself should see it very patiently, await for Lord's mercy, but continue his devotional service. There is nothing more auspicious and glorious or more corrective action than devotional service. So with that conviction, he continues. And when Lord's desire is there, he will remove this poverty and material distress like that. So this attitude called dhairya, this Lord loves it so much. Patience. Lord loves it so much. It's a symptom of a dhira vyakti. Dhirasya bhava dhairya. And this is one of the favorable limbs, no? Utsahan nishchayat dhairya. I hope it helps a little.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay.
Prabhu, maybe I'll just have one last question. I'm sorry, we already passed a lot of time, but thank you for that. In the context which we have seen now, I'm just trying to put this thought to say, as a devotee, as a sadhaka, so how do we now decide in this context that, what is atyahara in terms of, anyway, you're going to engage things in the, whatever opulence you may get and everything which you can serve in the Lord. So how do we put that balance to say, how much should I and how much shouldn't I? It's over endeavoring is one part, but I'm just saying it's not over. But at the same time, what is required, like what we see from Sudama Vipra to say, I want to bring in certain things, and where should I stop and how to the balance?
Yeah. One simple principle which I have heard, I would like to remind myself here. The principle of possessing how much or how less is seen by what is the state of consciousness of the devotee. Now, as we saw, among the devotees also, some are inimical towards possessing, some are indifferent towards possessing. So it depends on that. So when, as a sadhaka, when I am having, accumulating, possessing some material things for service of Lord, but if it is disturbing my Krishna consciousness in terms of time, in terms of thoughts of enjoyment, we need to little be aware of these things. How my time is going, where my thoughts are leading to when I am possessing more and more. How much is more now? So a devotee himself assessing this in terms of time, in terms of his quality of consciousness, he should draw a limit. So, okay, if I don't possess this, I will not be able to serve the dependents on me, my responsibilities. So I need to take. Otherwise, that aspect of not accumulating material wealth will haunt me. So, okay, take it. I will run. But at the other end, if I possess too much wealth, then that also becomes a great anxiety to protect, to use it properly, to increase it. So there are extremes actually. So one needs to draw a line, seeing how much time he's giving. He should be able to earn whatever he wants with keeping his spiritual programs very intact. When such prayasas for accumulating, they enter into our sadhana time, our seva time, our quality Krishna consciousness time, that's red signal actually. So we should see it as a caution in that sense. I hope it helps.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you. And really appreciate, thank you, because we've already exceeded 20 minutes more, but thank you for very patiently addressing all the questions and for your time as well. So we would like to hear from you more often, Prabhu. So I'll request Sankarshan Prabhu to get this as a more regular interaction. It'll be very nice.
I'm grateful for this opportunity, because it's a great, especially in association of such sincere, many far senior elevated devotees. I feel humbled. Thank you very much for this opportunity. But please pray and bless me that I develop a fragment of teachings apply in my life. And please, my spiritual master. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you so much for joining today, Prabhu. Yeah. Panchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo.
Anantakoti Vaishnavanta ki jai, Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Bhagavad Sutana Pramande Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you for your association. Thank you, devotees, for joining today and participating very enthusiastically. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.